Gentlemen, as Mr. Joseph Corso, principal of Lyman Hall High School here in Wallingford, Connecticut. However, he has a second side or face. Major Joseph Corso, and you see him in colors today, United States Army Reserve. Born in Brooklyn, 1977. His total service is 14 years, including active and reserve time. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Education, phys ed, from Eastern Connecticut State University, 1999. A Master of Science in Educational Leadership, 2006. He holds a 60-year Certificate of Education, UConn, 2009. And is currently enrolled in an Executive Leadership Program. He completed basic training in 2001, Officers Candidate School in 2002. The gentleman holds a degree in physical education. I'm curious to know who the teacher was during those sessions at boot camp and OCS. Who led the charge in physical training? The drill sergeant, okay. Intelligent, he attended what I believe is officer's basic course in military intelligence, Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Served about 14 months as a leader with 325th Military Intelligence Battalion in Ramadi, Iraq. He holds a Meritorious Service Medal, an Army Commendation Medal with 2 Oak Leaf Clusters, an Army Achievement Medal with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, National Defense Service Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal with 2 Campaign Stars. Major, it is an honor and a pleasure to introduce you and welcome you to Wallingford. Thank you.
Good morning. I want to thank the Memorial Day Parade Committee for giving me the honor to speak here today. From April 19, 1775, at the Battle of Lexington and Concord, where America suffered their first 8 casualties, to the Battle of Gettysburg, where soldiers died fighting to ensure freedom for all Americans, to our current fight in both Iraq and Afghanistan, we've lost 1.3 million Americans. It's an astonishing number. These men and women were husbands and wives, sons and daughters. I thought it would take me a little longer to get emotional. Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, neighbors and friends. There's a headstone that reads, "Death leaves a heartache no one can heal. Love leaves a memory no one can steal." That heartache has been felt by many families and friends, but today is the day where the love in our hearts allows us to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice for all of us. This event was supposed to take place at Dutton Park, which is where Wallingford began honoring its own when it erected the Soldiers Monument in October of 1902, in remembrance of all those soldiers and residents who died fighting in the Civil War. Although there are too many stories, too many wars, and too many conflicts to mention them all, it's important to talk about and remember a few. In the Army, we live by a set of core values that guide our decisions. Selfless service and courage are 2 of the 7 values that stand out in this next story. Sergeant First Class Randall Shugart and Master Sergeant Gary Gordon requested 3 times to be dropped into a situation that they knew they would not survive, and did it for one of their brothers. They made the ultimate sacrifice in order to save a fellow soldier, which they did with courage and without hesitation. Major Martin Anderson, Private First Class Richard DeAngelis, Petty Officer Eddie Dorsey, Private Gene Fechtow, Specialist William Fenton Jr., to name a few, are some of Wallingford's finest and our own heroes who lost their lives fighting in Vietnam. Memorial Day, to too many Americans, is about parades, picnics, a day off of work, a day off of school, and a night to light off some fireworks. We need to take the time to honor those who gave their lives, and each of us can do this differently. For me, it's time to honor and remember a friend and a soldier, Sergeant David Travis Friedrich, who was killed in Iraq on September 20th, 2003. Travis was killed in a mortar attack near Abu Ghraib around 10 o'clock in the evening. Travis was 26 years old, was enrolled as a graduate student at the University of New Haven, studying an advanced investigations program. His hope was to become a member of the CIA eventually. Travis was a great guy who cared deeply for his family and his friends. Few people worked as hard without any complaints. Travis had his entire life in front of him, and I have no doubt Travis would have been a success at whatever he chose to do. I will never forget the day I found out Travis died. My tactical human team was in our Ramadi and had just finished an overnight raid on a compound in the heart of the city. We had received communication from our command structure that Travis was killed during an attack the previous night. Immediately, I grabbed all my soldiers and made them call home. Unlike wars of the past, we had the ability to contact our families quite often. Made them call home and speak to their families just to tell them that they love them, with the thought that that could be the last time. All I could think about was that Mr. and Mrs. Friedrich would never receive that call again. 4,488 other families would never hear from their loved ones who left to serve during Operation Iraqi Freedom. During World War II, 405,399 families never got another letter from their loved ones, never got to experience the feeling of hugging them when they returned home. When I look at my amazing wife, Erin, and my 4 beautiful kids, Maggie, Matthew, Jack, and Ryan, I thank God for all those who gave their lives so we could live ours. This story, the good man teaches his son, and Crispian shall never go by. From this day to the ending of the world, what we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For today, he that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother. Thank you.